Cheers to episode 170.
That's a candle.
Water.
Correct. It is Lavender Woods.
I'm drinking lemon lime Gatorade.
Nice. Nothing, Alex? Just got a candle?
I have a candle. Lavender Woods.
Next time you see me drink water on the show, it'll be out of a 40-ounce one of these. I don't like the 24-ounce one.
Why?
I feel like the smaller the water bottle, it's harder to drink more water throughout the day. I feel like if I have a big one, I only have to drink it 2 to 3 times to get my water intake. It's easier in my head to do.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Tonight is Sunday, June 9th, 7:54 p.m. Eastern, 6:54 p.m. Central Time. It's the off season for all of our sports. Scotty Scheffler won another golf tournament today. I feel like that just came to mind. That's pretty fascinating, right?
Do you think he finds golf challenging?
No.
Yeah,
No.
but like...
No. Dude, he shot over par like 3 times in the last year and a half.
I think he
It's
finds
not
it
challenging.
like the challenge of like how many can I keep winning is the challenge.
Oh, he needs more majors. That's the biggest challenge for him at the moment. He hasn't even played in that many though, so.
I think getting arrested makes it more challenging. I think that adds some spice to his life.
He's our age.
Crazy time.
Did you guys see any of the stuff that came out this week about there was more body cam footage and then they finally showed a picture of what the pants looked like and the bruise looked like, and it was like the biggest joke of a bruise and rip that I've ever seen.
I did not.
There's a hole in
my
the
God.
pants and just a little scrape on the shin.
It really looks like someone just like kicked him in his shin and he got his pants stuck on like a nail is all it looked like. I'm going to try to find a picture for Alex. It was comical. What an absolute joke of that police department.
It was all a joke, the whole thing.
Really just that guy, because I feel bad the whole station got a bad rep. It really just like this one guy that called in. This was Detective Gillis got a little boozy and then a little pant rip.
I bet, my knee probably looks worse than that, and I don't remember any injuries, so it's embarrassing.
I feel like you bruise easily.
No, I don't. I don't think I do.
What was that nasty thing you had on your leg? Was it from your dog? Didn't you run into something?
The cut I have on my thigh?
No, remember in Birmingham you had this crazy discoloring like all on the inner part of your leg for like a month or so, and like you
Oh, I had a huge like bruise on my. It was on my. It was like
Was it from-
my thigh, I thought.
Was it from Harper?
No, I think I like clipped the corner of my office desk. It was like purple.
No, this was so discolored. It was disgusting.
I don't remember what you're talking. I don't think this is me. I think this is someone else.
My other
Was it,
roommate
like,
in
a
Birmingham.
scab? Was it like
No.
bloody?
No, it was like
It was like a
purple.
bruise
It was dark, like purple, black.
on
it
the
was
back of my left leg.
No. Oh yeah, maybe it was all down like your IT band. Is that the right word, Evan? IT band?
It goes around through your hip on the side of your leg.
Dude, it was huge.
I think
I hope your parents are listening. They can like text you after this and say, "Yeah, it was this."
I
Alex.
remember it. I remember the bruise. I feel like it was something I like did to myself out of anger on the golf course. It's like
No.
like I did try to do that, and then I accidentally like 7-ironed to the back of my leg.
I think
Was
you
it
might be
drinking?
thinking about McCrae.
Did you run into a
Grant?
fence?
When would I run into a
think
fence?
about McCrae? I think McCrae tore his hamstring playing slow pitch softball like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
You did. Are you sure that this wasn't my dad who took a hockey puck to the back of his leg and it was
Oh!
purple?
I remember that picture
Mm.
vividly.
That one was really bad.
Sky Scheffler, what's on today's show? Question. We will get to a little golf because the U.S. Open at Pinehurst #2 is next week, which we'll be watching together, kind of in the mix
Probably
of
won't be
a
watching.
drunken stupor. I do like that idea, Alex, that you threw out. I think Evan would like this too. Saturday morning, all hungover, wake up, watch a little bit of the U.S. Open on TV, and do like live hole by hole betting. I just added the betting part to it for fun,
Jesus
but
Christ.
that could be some good stuff on Saturday morning. Like someone to hit a fairway, green in regulation.
You
You're just
start doing it, get so addicted, and then realize it's 5 p.m. and be like, oh no. wasted
no,
all
not
day.
that long. Someone set a timer. We can only go this far.
I know.
Um,
I know.
so we'll talk about the U.S. Open. Just a couple fun topics, I guess. There's a debate going online about the 04 Pistons versus the peak Warriors. There's the college football playoff schedule that got dropped. I have a ranking that I want us to do of ranking the teams that we root for that you trust the most going forward in your life. So I think that'll be interesting. I haven't really thought about my order,
That
but
won't be interesting.
I think it'd be
That's dead obvious. It's like the most obvious rankings of all time.
maybe.
If anyone is not in agreement, at least with the big four Detroit teams, I'd be stunned.
All right. Well, we'll see. I just made me think because I was looking at the Pistons making their regime, and we normally do like a midsummer like check-in of all the State of the Union for the teams. This is kind of that, but without getting into specifics. And then there was a couple athletic articles I saw reading that related to us that had some questions for it, but that would pretty much be it. It'll be probably heavy weekly check-ins, previewing our week to come with a bachelor trip coming up with a longtime friend of the show, Cody. So that will be a fun recap as well.
Mostly Michigan sports.
Mostly Michigan sports.
Check them out wherever you find
They're
your
dropping their
podcasts.
New,
Wherever
new episode soon.
wherever you find, subscribe, like, look out for a collab. Without further ado, Alex,
Alex, what'd you do this week?
how the hell are you? Hey, it's Jim and Wyandotte. What are you up to, Alex?
What did I do this week?
Oh, you gotta tell us about LIV, dude. That's the episode title. What Tales from LIV Golf? Like you're Rosillo. What happened?
I mean, it's not that exciting. But yeah, I went to the LIV tournament on Saturday. Basically you walk in, like it's quite the show, I would say. They have like all their team flags, like, and you like walk down this like lane with all their flags up on the side of you. And then there's like pressure putt station, a mini basketball hoop station, like a bunch of like carnival games basically. And then you look to your left and there's a big stage and like opening area for Macklemore, who was performing afterwards.
Let's go.
You just get
And
to
the
go to
ceiling
Macklemore.
can't hold us. The ceiling can't hold us.
So yeah, Macklemore was performing.
You kind of look like him.
Thanks. So everyone tees off at the same time. So every single golfer was on the range. So like the whole crowd was basically at the range watching every single player hit balls. That was interesting. Did not do that, but basically it felt like a festival. It did not feel like a golf tournament at all. They have like speakers on every hole and music's just playing throughout the course. Which is kind of weird.
What kind of music?
Where I was just like a mix of, it was like EDM, but like with popular songs. So there was like some Sam Hunt songs with an EDM twist.
Like House Party
songs. Like just like a normal country song with like an EDM bass. And like
I'm just picturing like John Rahm's about to tee off, and it's like that's when you break up in a small town. It's just like.
But
did you see his injury?
It was on Friday, so I didn't see it.
Damn.
I heard he had like a cut toe or something.
I read that too. Didn't believe it. It looked like his back.
Anyway, we had seats on the 16th hole. They called it the Birdie Shack. It was a par 3.
Hell yeah.
So it's shotgun
That would've-
start. So you just
That would have been a great miscellaneous pick in the golf draft. Birdie Shack.
So got to there. Then this like guy comes over the loudspeaker and is like, "Ladies and gentlemen, time to head to your holes." And they're shuttling all the golfers out to their tee boxes. And Bryson was our first group.
Oh, hell yeah.
So they get to the tee and then they have like video boards everywhere and they play this like 4-minute like hype video for LIV. It was pretty sick. It was a sick
Oh, hell
video.
yeah.
And then they're like, now look to the sky. And then there was 3 parachuters parachuting onto the golf course
With Titleist balls?
with like American flags.
Oh my God.
And then like like whoever's the team leading that day, they get their flag as well. So
And they
just
run out of the tunnel
parachute
with
every
it.
day. No. So yeah, then got to our hole, and our hole was like the party hole or whatever LIV calls it. And so the music just plays the entire time, like never stops for people to swing. It's just like full chaos at all times. And you got 3 free drinks. So people were pretty rowdy. And then the lines just got insane up in this like suite area. So it was like impossible to get a drink after your first couple. It was like 99 degrees. So that was not, I mean, that's not great.
You look tan.
I'm burnt, but yeah, thanks. Any other things? I mean, the outfits some of these dudes are wearing, like mid calves and shorts and not tucked in polos. I'm like,
The players?
yes, the actual
Oh.
golfers.
Like who? Like name a guy. Martin Keimer?
Anthony Kim. Untucked baggy polo.
Isn't he a kind of unique guy though? Didn't he like go off the grid for like years?
Yeah, either way. I thought he was just a regular person. Then he took a shot. And I was like, whoa, he's golfing. Taylor Gooch, mid calves with like nice golf shoes, like the fancy kind, like what are those called? The ones that like look like dress shoes. He wore those with white mid calves. I was like, this looks so stupid. So my overall impressions is that they have a like better, more fun setup for a non-golf person. But the golf itself is pretty below average, mediocre, not that exciting. I saw Phil, Bryson, Brooks, all the big names. But
like the format doesn't do it for you. Like the shots are still good because they're professionals, but it's just not as intense.
yeah, they're still good at golf, but like it's not. It just feels like you're out at like a 4-man scramble, like outing at Raisin Valley, and you're just getting drunk. And they're like, "Oh, we shot 14 under. Used 2 of our mulligans." It's like it just feels like it's not real. It's just not like legit golf. Which I mean, I guess it is. I mean, they're playing the same, but it just feels way different.
Did you
Like, I would
play
never watch it on TV?
Did you play any of the fair games?
No.
Oh, no pressure putts?
No, they're like kids, dude.
I didn't think kids would be allowed at LIV.
Yeah,
Feels like it's adults only.
They were definitely kids. I mean, I don't think they were allowed where we were.
Right, the birdie shack. Keep the kids out of the birdie shack.
Yeah. But like the team format is interesting. I like some of them have cool logos.
You buy any merch?
But no. No, the people I was with, though, they all bought hats of the team they liked.
Yeah. I feel like that would have been a move.
That I did not. We did all pick teams beforehand.
What's your team?
It's like our bets. I picked Rom's team, and then he withdrew. So Legion something. Their hat sucked, so I didn't want one.
Legion 13 XII. That's so weird. John Rahm.
Yeah.
Tyrell Hatton.
And then 2 no names.
Yeah.
But I mean, like some of the time, like you're sitting there and there's like a big name comes up. And you're like, oh, I didn't realize this dude was on LIV. And then the next like 3 guys come up and you're like, who are these people? I don't know. So very like top heavy old names besides Brooks, Bryson, and Cam Smith.
Any funny crowd yells?
Evan's guy.
Oh.
Paul Casey?
Oh.
Dude, he was leading. He was leading on Saturday.
He's alive. Paul Casey's alive.
He is alive. He is on LIV Golf. That's probably
Love
why
to
he
hear
was
it.
so bad.
Dude, Paul got a bag. Good for him.
I didn't know he was on LIV. And I was like, oh,
I didn't either.
Evan's guy. He was like 10 under. I was like, oh, this dude's balling too.
Good at golf.
But yeah, I mean, kind of a clown show, for being honest. I can't imagine it's going to last.
Wow. Well, when they merge.
Well, it'll last because they have $1 billion, but like the
Well,
product,
actually, like unlimited money.
the fan experience is good. The product of actual golf and like, will it ever be big enough to be like watching on TV like the Memorial? No, not even close. Like watching Colin Morikawa and Scheffler down the final 5 holes, that LIV has nothing even remotely comparable to that. Especially when they're all playing at the exact same time on the same hole, technically.
Any funny crowd yells with people liquored up all day? Any funny things people yelled?
People just booed everyone that would miss a putt, which I thought was pretty funny. Phil got a lot of love.
Yeah, those are his people.
Bum though. He looked really shitty. He's not making the cut this week. I can tell you that.
There's not.
Bryson,
at the U.S. Open. Yeah.
New Bryson fan club. I liked him. He didn't engage with the crowd at all. He looked like he was trying to play real serious golf. So good for him.
For U.S. Open, yeah, getting tuned up for the U.S. Open.
The rest of these schmucks probably aren't even playing in the U.S.
Gotta think that I would fade LIV golfers because I feel like, unless you could speak to it, Alex, I feel like Houston Golf Club is not preparing them for the U.S. Open like Memorial is.
Well, I've played this course like 4 times.
Not a big deal.
And I think the worst I've shot is like 82. So it's not very
I like that theory. I think we're onto something. Take some LIV golfers to miss the cut.
I mean, these guys were shooting like 6-7 under. The rough was non-existent. The greens were not crazy fast. Not exactly a tune-up for the U.S. Open.
Yeah, I like this.
It's like playing Raisin Valley. Yeah,
I like this theory a lot.
A lot harder than Raisin Valley, but like in Texas, also like the rough anywhere it can't get that thick because it's too hot and it just doesn't grow. So like they're gonna go to a U.S. Open where the rough's 8 inches high and they're going to be absolutely screwed. Well, unless they get there today and they're practicing right now.
Anything else
for my week that was exciting? No.
Evan, what's new in your life?
First week out of school. Busy but non-busy. Did a lot of me stuff, I guess. I golfed Monday on league. Played horrible. Absolutely just dog crap. It was putrid. I was on tee box of number 3, Alex, and my partner's usually Calm Cool Collective. We don't really get on each other that much. And I hit a tee shot so bad that he audibly gasped behind me after I hit the shot. I could hear him go,
oh my God.
And I just knew it was such a bad. Yep. So I got in my cart, put my stuff away, and we're sitting there. And after, I don't know, an awkward 10 seconds or no, Drew just turns to me. He's like, I've never seen you hit that bad of a tee shot in my life. Yep.
Well, what kind of shot was it?
Do right. Like, never had a chance. Like, tee shot, driver.
Like, straight into the woods, like, off the ground or what?
In the air, off, like, just right. I didn't hit the pine trees that are right there, Alex, but I was just... That thing was probably a good 100, 150 yards, like, into the trees if you were walking straight from the fairway.
Damn. It's not good.
Yep.
What'd you shoot?
I shot a 47 or 48. Just played dog crap. I had a triple on the first hole, but I had a terrible number 8, bad chip, bad putt. Okay, triple, move on. Par number 1, par number 9, par number 1, and just fell apart after that. Just
you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Then, I'll make you feel better later on, though. My golf was terrible.
Yeah, Grant.
And then Tuesday, didn't do much. I went and golfed a little bit in the morning, mid-afternoon. I then had baseball on Tuesday night. Thursday had a game.
You found it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say his name before because I know Alex was typing away over there. Look at it, like Clint Trickett.
Jason Brown, the head coach of that school. Remember him?
Yeah, he should be fired.
Well,
Yeah, he did get fired.
His salary was $65K a year.
65,000.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
You think that's too much or too little?
Too much.
You think he deserved less?
Yeah, the way that he treated people, absolutely.
You probably got a fat amount too from like Netflix. Anyways, Evan, Tuesday night you had baseball and then you
won.
Were there.
I don't remember what I did Wednesday.
Hump day.
I practiced. I would assume I had practice.
Practice. Talk about practice.
There was a thunderstorm on Wednesday. That's why. It rained in the middle of the day. Practice Wednesday, game Thursday, had a game Friday, game Saturday, game Sunday. Just baseball 4 days in a row. Came up short today, did not play well, but, can't win them all.
In the finals or the semis?
In the semis.
Oh, so the semis got pushed back that late?
Yeah. It was pushed back an hour.
Noon?
Yeah, it was supposed to be at noon. They got pushed back an hour. Then it got pushed back 2 hours. And then it got pushed back.
For what?
Then it got pushed back another
scheduling?
half an hour. Because of the rain last night and the fields. And it was a very poorly ran tournament. Again.
Yeah. They all are. They really
you can't find good tournaments to run. Like if
we should start running tournaments.
We host our own tournament. I think it's some of the best. I mean, selfishly speaking, like I get it that we're running our own tournament, but we drag and do all the fields every single game. We're on time with our schedules. We have solid umpires for every single age group.
Sounds like you're just the best.
We have concession stands provided.
The leaders and the best.
And there's always a tournament or a leader of the organization at each field location. And it's just that. Like we raked the field before our last game today because it hadn't been raked all weekend.
Jesus. Amateur hour.
And it's at Saline. It was at Saline.
Amateur hour. There's scum affiliate. Wannabe scum.
Yep.
Alex.
What? Light my cigar.
Just faking duties.
I played golf again. I played golf. What day did I also play golf? I played golf
3 rounds.
Play golf on Friday.
This much golf?
I played golf on Friday with
unacceptable.
Well, I played 2 rounds after. I played on Monday. Alex played Tuesday and Friday. I played a round with a friend of the podcast, Cormac, on Friday morning.
And?
I shot an 82, I think.
Not very good. Not very good.
84?
That's good.
Somewhere around there.
That's good. Gotta be better.
No birdies.
That's not good.
I would kill for
I
that.
recall you didn't have the lowest handicap on league last year, Alex, and this guy does. Oh, that's what I thought.
You have the lowest handicap on league?
Yeah.
Right now, of the whole league.
Yeah.
Evan's the best golfer on tour. I mean, that's the fact.
I mean, good for you. I guess.
Well, actually, the new handicap, once the Monday handicaps come out again, probably I won't anymore, but.
Wow. 48. Raisin's best right now.
Yeah. Ate me alive. Didn't respect the course enough.
Is that all you did?
Oh, no. Shit, Grant. Last night, I was with Grant. Yeah. Concert at Park McCollum. Thought about it. Whoa! I was coming in hot off of a game on Saturday night, and I got there, I think perfect timing because they hadn't walked in yet. We got there to a part of Michigan that I've never been. I've never been to Sterling Heights. I've never driven in Sterling Heights.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic to getting into the parking lot I thought was bad, and then getting out was 10,000 times worse.
Yeah.
How long did it take you? I think I got into my car at 11:11, and I didn't start moving my vehicle until 11:45.
Really? You were in the back.
I didn't even move until 11:45.
Like you didn't get in. You didn't get into the line? You mean like you were stuck in your parking spot?
I was in my parking spot. There was nowhere to move. Like everybody was
Holy
like
shit.
fighting for spots. So I was like, I can't move anywhere, so I'll just stay here.
So I mean, I don't want to make you feel
Slide through
bad,
the
but
apps.
I think that was your line because we had like the car in front of us was the person in front of us was already gone, so we could pull forward and like there was a line forming, and Marissa kind of like shot a gap to get into another row that was actually moving. So unless I'm misremembering, I feel like we got in the exit line pretty fast, but it was probably
already home by the time I started moving.
Well, I do remember we were like home, and
What
I
time
was
did you
like,
guys get
"How's
home?"
Evan?" I don't know. We also stopped at Taco Bell, and the line was like wrapped around. We actually got to Taco Bell, but all right.
We went to Taco Bell.
we got to Taco Bell by like 11:45.
I just started
I
moving
know.
in the parking lot at 11:45.
Oh my god.
Because I remember looking down at my phone. Like I got in the car, I was like, "All right, I'm here at 11:11. Perfect." I remember looking at my car when we started moving again. It was
Oh my
11:45.
Yeah, it's probably because you were up against the.
Yeah, I was in the back.
When did you buy this ticket?
I bought this ticket whenever I texted Grant.
I thought you bought it like 4 months ago. Realized you had it and was like, "Hey, I'm coming."
No, I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, because we were home, and I asked Marissa. I was like, "Hey, how's Evan doing?" And she showed me, and you're like in Detroit by I-94. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like he has so far to go. I felt so bad. I was like, "Evan's grinding through the night to get home." After
It was
this
bad. I didn't
concert.
get home until like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
With the rain coming down, probably like
The rain
half
was
asleep.
so bad. Like I don't really have that bad vision or whatnot, but like when you're driving somewhere where you have no idea where you're at, that's when I just
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
was freaking 10 and 2, just face at the windshield. Just
Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's so bad.
I just had to
like
get
Evan-
onto. I just need to like find a way to get onto 696 because after that it's pretty easy because then you get 696 to 75 to 23, or to
Yeah, like, put
94 to
Evan-
23. I just need to
Evan
get to
on
94
optional.
because as soon as you get on 94, it's like 40 miles until you have to worry about anything. It's get me in the left lane and cruise control, baby. But
Yeah.
such a long drive home. But it was only like it was like a little less than an hour and a half, but it just felt so much longer. Like every time I look down at my phone, like ETA, it's just like 51 minutes. And I look down again, it seemed like it was 20 minutes ago. Nope, it would be like 46 minutes. God, no.
That drive you're
The
describing.
concert was
makes
great.
me think of when
Go ahead,
we
man.
sorry that I don't want to cut you off, but it reminds me of when we went to the Michigan State night game, and I drove back to Rochester after that. That drive never ended, and I was like, "Oh my god, I want to be in bed so bad." Yeah. Sorry, concert. You were saying?
It feels so good. You go to a concert. Obviously, Park McCollum was like one of my top three artists. But just to
I feel
know,
like he's boring.
Alex.
I will come to the defense to him about one thing. First, like just to know, like basically 95% of his entire set list.
Yeah.
There was 3 songs that I didn't know. His like third song, his second to last song, and he sang a unreleased song. So there was no way for me to know that one.
True. He did.
Well, there's
He
always a
played that.
way.
Nope. No, there's not a way.
If you're friends with him, you would have known.
But I was sitting there like giving props to people that are so good with music. Like my brain can't process like titles of songs. And Grant would ask me like, "Oh, what's the title of this one?" I'm one of his top fans, but I can't put titles of songs to like audibly hearing it. I can't. I can sing every word to it, but I can't.
I think you could.
It takes too much
You know
effort.
what? You know what college like 70% of professional athletes have went to. You can do it.
I just can't.
That's what your brain remembers. Everyone has their thing that they remember, and that's you.
That's it.
We got lucky with weather. It was going to be a bad night in terms of weather, but so we had lawn seats,
Probably
but
good
the
spot.
overhang of the lawn was just enough so we didn't get rained on the whole show. Yeah, it was good. The opener was a guy named Corey Kent. I know like 2 of his songs.
I know.
They were good.
He had a good
I
vibe
added
voice.
a few more. Yeah, he had some on stage swag. Voice was really good. When he came out and did the part of the song, was a hell of a year. Parker McCollum let him do that part. That was sick. Like, he built it up and then let him sing the part like a cappella. That was awesome.
Hey, Grant.
Yeah. What?
Where'd John Smoltz go to college?
Michigan. Am I wrong? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
John Smoltz,
I don't think he went to college.
the pitcher for the Braves.
Yeah, the Hall of Famer.
He's from
John
Michigan.
Smoltz-
He's from the state of Michigan.
Didn't he?
You guys don't know where
Didn't
he
he
went
go
to
to
college?
college? Oh, he went to Michigan State.
Correct.
Okay.
Just saw that today, and we were talking about college memory. So
That stopped me in my tracks. But not have that on my
you said
thing.
Michigan, and I can't believe that. Really, I'm just surprised Evan didn't know.
I don't think he pitched.
I was thinking of
went-
Jim Abbott.
John Smoltz went to Michigan State University. He went to Waverly High School.
Waverly Place. I was the idiot that was underdressed for this concert. I was one of those people where we were like,
When you
Evan
say
kept saying, "Man,"
underdressed, you mean
for
was
how cold it
outside.
was. Oh my
Not
God.
like you didn't wear a button-up shirt or something.
Correct. Yes. Not formal wear. Like, I wore shorts and I was cold.
Boy, it sounded
should've
like it
worn-
was like 58 and rainy.
And by the end of the night, it was.
That's not warm. That'd be
No.
winter here.
And a little wind. Yeah, it's because, like, it's funny. Obviously, I don't need to explain how the weather works, but just because we come off such a hot stretch that felt freezing when it really wasn't that cold on like a thermometer. But I'm like, I wonder what Evan's gonna, coming from baseball, is he gonna be in shorts or whatever? No, he was ready to go. He had jeans, cowboy hat, flannel, hoodie. I'm like, God damn it, I am such an idiot that I'm in these shorts right now. I like borrowed one of Marissa's hoodies to wear under my rain jacket.
This reminds me, I
But-
need to check weather for Chicago.
Yeah, you
it's
should.
been 100 degrees every day
Didn't
here.
play
for
at
like a
Michigan
month.
State.
What?
He said he
Did you
didn't
just-
play at Michigan State.
He went
John
there.
Smoltz.
Yes, he did.
Okay, what are his stats then? 'Cause
He went to
drafted
the
out of
Tigers
Waverly
instead.
High school.
All right. Well, in the thing it said he played.
So he tried to get me with a trivia question
Oh.
that kind of blew
He
up in his
signed with
face.
Michigan State, and then he went to the pros.
So did
I
Amani
said
Davis.
he didn't go to college.
Oh well, ESPN said today that he did. So
LeBron James went to Ohio State.
Yes, he did.
same thing.
No, 'cause if he went to
my
Michigan State, there
golf-
would be like
80
a plaque or
degrees,
something
bro.
on campus about him.
Oh my God, we have three conversations going on at once. Evan's talking about John Smoltz. Alex is looking at the
Well,
weather. for
I just like
Chicago.
being right, and then when I get told I'm wrong,
Well, you said you didn't know.
You're wrong, Alex.
Yeah.
So you're
I
wrong.
didn't. I said, I probably said I didn't know, but then I said I don't think he didn't go to college. Went right from high school.
It's crazy if you type in John Smoltz College, like how the Google does that little like thing at the top where it just like gives you the answer.
The AI is
Yeah.
fake.
It says Michigan State, and then if you read it, it's like John Smoltz signs with Michigan State, but it goes did not end up going to college. But Michigan State was all caps. Either way, not a Michigan fan,
Damn.
Michigan State fan.
But yeah, I would recommend Parker McCollum if you like him. It's a lot of good fire for Burn It Down. Good stuff. Evan was worried about the fire. He said on Instagram, I see all the fire videos. I want there to be fire at
There'd be so much
Sterling
fire.
Heights. There was some fire. It was good stuff.
I think the stage did him wrong. I feel like he would move around more, be a little more energetic, but the stage wasn't big enough there. It just wasn't.
Yeah, and there was a weird this is just for people that were there, but that high point, I don't know why they built that with all the steps to go up it. I
Yes.
just feel like no one used that the
safety
entire
hazard.
time. Yeah. He's young in his career. He'll figure out his stage presence as he goes on, but good stuff. His voice, him and Corey Kent's, their voice translated, which I think is the biggest thing. So good stuff there. I golfed Friday night after work. I shot a 53 on the front nine of Brentwood and White Lake. To make you feel better, Evan, I hate saying Alex is right, but he was correct about there's just something with my brain that golf courses are not friendly to me. I was telling, I think I said this to you, Evan, at the concert. I'm just not comfortable on golf courses.
That's what
I'm just not. I'm not comfortable on them.
Good at golf.
Mm-hmm. I need to just live on a golf course and become comfortable with their ways, like being comfortable with other people watching you hit a shot if they're waiting for you, or you're in front of them, whatever it is. It's just like on the range, whatever, you're doing your thing. You step out on the course, you're actually looking at a hole that was designed to be tough to play. You're looking at all the hazards. You're like, oh my God. Very first, so 2 guys went off in front of me, and then like I think a kid and his mom, they were both older though, were after me, so they're waiting for me. I'm up. I whiffed my drive. I just flat out whiffed the ball on the first drive. I absolutely
actually.
No, didn't count that. 54.
So subtle, Alex. So subtle, but so perfect.
Technically, yeah. He shot a 54.
I thought that
already
count
added that into his
stroke.
score. You just don't know.
No, he didn't. No, he said he didn't.
So if you accidentally bump the ball, it doesn't count. But if you whiff, it counts.
Well, if you're addressed to the ball, it counts. You have to be addressed to the ball.
Making an attempt at the ball.
Okay, yeah, I guess it would be 54.
54. And a penalty if you picked up the ball and put it back on the tee if it fell off the tee.
It did not fall off the tee.
That's such a bad whiff. Dude, you weren't even close to the ball then.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I blacked out.
Usually like the wind of like
the wind will
by the ball
just fall off and be right tucked up against the tee.
I know. My next swing though was actually not that bad. It was not that. My next swing wasn't that bad. I rebounded better.
You know why you hit it so well at the range?
Why?
Because you're just loose and you're not thinking about it.
I also don't hit it that well all the time at the range.
Grant, are you a mental midget on the golf course? Worse than Alex?
Yes.
Way.
I'm not comfortable.
Talk I get, I'm still better than most of our friends, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, you've been playing golf competitively.
Oh, you've been playing golf for...
No, you've been playing golf competitively. I did not play golf in high school. You played...
Since I was 18 years old. That was 9 years ago.
Okay, but you play competitive golf. That's more competitive than 95% of America.
Yeah. Yeah, but I played, decently good competitive golf too. So it's not like I'm just a schmuck.
I've never played decently competitive golf.
It kind of sucks because going back to high school, I don't think I would have changed it, but it would have been nice if someone tapped you on the shoulder and said, hey, the sports you care about now, your friends aren't really going to play when you get older. So maybe get good at this one now. Like you put me on a baseball field. I'm so comfortable and I don't have to play that for 15 years. You put a bat in my hands. Someone throws me a ball. I feel good about what I'm doing. But like the golf club, I was just like, what do I do with the shovel? I just don't know what to do with them in my hands. And I just feel uncomfortable out there. So,
Grant, one of the guys I play golf with here, he started golfing 2 years ago. First time he ever picked up a club was 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. He shot 78 last summer, and he shoots in the 80s pretty much every time we play. He's not better than me, but I mean, he's like, he's there. So I'm just
also think though
it might just take a little longer.
I don't know his situation, but I almost think if I did that, I would be better than I was because I had I played a little bit growing up, obviously at Raisin, and I never even thought about how to hit. So I ingrained a lot of terrible habits in my golf, whatever, that I'm trying to undo now at the age of 26. So
he got golf.
If I just,
as well.
Yeah, if I was a newbie and I just went lessons, I probably would. I'm guessing I would get there faster than
That's
I am
the next
now.
step. I can't wait for Grant's vlog of
I think
going to the lesson.
I think we're probably there. I think you have to stop watching YouTube videos and get real lessons, or just think about absolutely nothing until you can just athletically figure out how to hit the ball better.
I don't think I need lessons yet. I think I just need to play a lot of golf on a course. I think I just need to be on courses a lot.
Well, you're not going to do that.
Thursday morning?
No, I will. There's that par 3 is really easy to play. Really,
Thursday
and I think
morning.
it's a really good beginner. It's a really good beginner thing for me to do because it's all those short game area where you can save strokes. I need to dominate the par 3 course and then work my way up to bigger courses. It's $20 to play. Walk it with a push cart in an hour and a half. It's actually pretty enjoyable. I had a good time. That's where I went.
Work.
That's where I went Saturday morning. It doesn't open early enough to play before work.
What time does it open?
8 a.m.
They don't open till 8.
I don't like their first tee time on Saturday morning was 8 a.m. Which is the par 3 course.
Being a par 3 course has nothing to do with the time that it opens.
I don't know. I have to double check, but
either way, I don't think you're going to play enough golf to get to the level that you envision in your head, and that you're realistically going to need to get lessons at some point if you want to be decent.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I just want to like get into the 80s.
You're not even sniffing them right now.
Like 89 would be just so good.
You're going 45 and 44? Back-to-back 9s?
That'd be awesome.
Do you realize how far away we are from that?
Yeah. But also not...
You don't even know how to putt. You think that you have to look at the hole while you putt. We're just so far away from even sniffing the 80s.
You didn't...
You said you worked on it.
I figured out my putting on Saturday morning.
For one day. Out. And then the next day it's going to be bad.
No, because I can be consistent with it. I was rolling in putts on Saturday morning.
What did you shoot on this?
Because I was playing like
Saturday morning.
Well, I didn't keep track because the first 2 holes were absolutely terrible. And I was like, yep, not keeping track of this round. And I just use it as a practice round. Like, it was actually comical. I had like 5 balls on the green, like at every hole. Like, I would just hit 5 tee shots. And that there was no one behind me. I wouldn't do that if someone was behind me.
They're playing 5 balls. It'd be like, this dude's basically just having a mini range session on the golf course.
Yeah, it was great. It's what I needed to do. And that would like play all of them and hit from different spots on the rough, putt all of them.
And be like, oh, I birdied.
So we're going to get there. No, I didn't. I crumpled up the scorecard after I made like a 7 on the second hole. I was looking forward to I lost so many golf balls on Saturday. It was insane.
See what?
Hopefully it's.
I think you just think about everything way too much. You probably got a lot of swing thoughts in that head of yours.
Not really, though. Not really. I just think I don't have good mechanics.
You just have bad. You're just not an athlete.
Wide stance, though, did help me out on Saturday. That's my old reliable. At least I know my get out of jail card. If I'm really playing terrible, I can go wide stance and at least like hit it consistently forward. We'll see. Stay tuned. There'll be more rounds. It's going to be the most golf I've ever played in the summer, so it'll be exciting.
You played like twice. Oh, I guess it's June.
I played 3 times so far.
For me, so that's on me.
Yeah. I've been to the range like 6 times, 5 times, and I played 3 rounds of golf. By far the most volume of golf I've ever played by this point in the summer. Usually I don't play till July. I don't touch a club until July.
The summer that I had the most range sessions was the worst golf I ever played.
Okay, but we're different people right now.
You are different people.
Very different.
Positive talk, Grant.
Different games. I'm going to the range next because I need to work on some things.
We have very similar scores in games.
It's only going to get better.
We're all the same. It could get worse before it gets better.
I don't think playing more golf is going to hurt Grant. I don't think it's going to hurt.
I think more golf playing will help.
My mental happiness.
Less technical range sessions.
Yeah.
Free-flowing hit bombs.
Yeah. I will say though, like my peak of contact is getting better. Like some of the divots I was taking were what they're supposed to look like if you really strike a ball well. It's just there's obviously, like we talk about with bad golfers, there's no consistency to it. That shot could happen 2 times in a row, or it might happen once and not happen again for 15 shots. We don't know when it comes.
I can tell you the consistency of golf is never going to come. That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You can find like some form of it, but like you're going to hit bad shots like every round you play.
Right, but like good shots 4 out of 5 would be 3 out of 5 would be better than like 1 out of 7, 1 out of 10 right now. That's all I'm trying to closer to that.
Let's shoot for 2 out of 5. That would be a good start.
That'd be great.
That'd be pretty good. You could
anyways,
scramble pretty good on 2
last
out of
thing-
5.
Yeah, just beat the guy like from 120 yards in, like he's going to get us on the green with a makeable putt for birdie. That's the guy I want to be.
Just bogey
Because I
golfer.
don't need to drive.
be a
'Cause someone's
You
going
need to
to...
learn how to
golfers.
chip and putt. That's it.
Well, not for scrambles. You don't really have to chip when you scramble.
You do depending on the group.
You might have to.
Yeah, but normally someone hits a nice drive. You're about
Wait,
150
you're just
yards
trying to be
in.
good enough for a scramble?
No, I'm just saying when I'm in scrambles.
Then we got the
You said-
wrong. We got the wrong.
He's got a scramble coming up in a couple weeks.
Right, that's what I'm
Anybody can
preparing
be good
for.
for a scramble. Just learn how to hit your absolute longest drive possible and do nothing else.
No.
If you want to just be a
No,
good
that's the
scramble
opposite of
player.
me because someone's always going to hit a better drive than me. That's just a fact.
Not if you become Bryson DeChambeau off the tee.
The most valuable guy in the scramble is the approach shot player, which is what I would love to be for the group.
The iron
Just
player.
put one close. Yes. The iron player.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's.
If you're putting, no, it's not. But I wasn't.
It's not even close.
Last thing was my food weekend. I know sometimes we eat like crap and then you realize it. You want to hear my lineup for the week? It was Friday night Taco Bell after golf. It was delicious.
I had a Cheez-It Crunch Wrap.
You did?
Had to be
Yeah.
soggy.
How was it?
Underwhelming.
Yep.
Damn it.
Always is.
It just like you can't really tell it's there.
Wow. What a
It's
miss
just-
by them.
I thought it was going to be
Put it
great.
front and center.
And it just let me down. It's tasted like a normal Crunch Wrap with like a hint of extra salt. It's kind of sad.
So I had Taco Bell.
Didn't have.
Marissa and her friends got Asian food on Friday night, so I had some like Asian stir fry noodles. And then Saturday I had chicken fingers and fries and more of the Asian noodles that were left
6.
over.
You get that.
And then it was the dinner. We got food before the concert. I didn't want anything heavy. I just
Corner
got
3.
Taco Bell on Saturday night
You
after the concert.
You got it again. You
Correct,
double
Alex. That's what I'm
T-Bell
saying.
this week.
That's what I'm saying. My week.
Dude,
That's
you-
why I'm doing I'm doing a
You
food
literally-
recap.
You literally eat like a 12-year-old.
And then Sunday morning,
No wonder you're fat
Had-
now.
I had 2 donuts,
Whoa.
Boston,
Kind of
Boston
nuts.
cream and cherry.
Dude.
Like cherry filled, like a cherry jelly donut,
That's
or
gross.
No, it was like actually it was really good. It was like a cherry glaze, like a cherry,
Ugh.
almost like a cherry cupcake.
cake or
like,
fried
with
donut. Like a riser or a cake donut.
What's a
Cake.
cake donut?
Cake's like the old fashioned donuts, like the heavier
Yeah, it
ones.
What's a like
Yeah, it
a
was-
classic Krispy Kreme glaze? Is that a cake?
No,
What is that called?
it's just like a raised chocolate raised.
It's not chocolate.
That's what my head goes to when you go to LIVs and you get yelled at because you said the wrong donut. They say, "Oh, no,
Glazed
that is a
Krispy
chocolate
Kreme.
raised."
Glazed.
Well, the ladies at Lev's,
They're all gone. They're gone, Grant, because of the new ownership. They're all retired.
they made getting donuts so.
They
They
did
were
make
mean.
it stressful. Everyone became an adult as soon as you walked into that store.
Yes, dude. God, they just belittle you if you didn't know what the everything was
So
called.
what'd you get from Taco Bell the first time, and what'd you get the second time? Did we just get
First
the same
time-
thing twice?
Oh God,
No. All right, let's finally get into sports. This is what the off season turns into. We'll go fast through these. We're already an hour in, baby. There was a debate online. I think it was started by Rasheed Wallace. I think Rasheed Wallace started poking his head around.
Warriors.
And then Draymond chimed in, and then Rip Hamilton chimed in, and I bookmarked it because I was like, oh, that'd be kind of fun to discuss because SportsCenter made a graphic for it. So, 04 Pistons, 17 Warriors. If you're not watching, we have it pulled up. I'll give you the lineups. Steph Curry, Clay, Kevin Durant, Draymond, Zaza Pachulia is the center, but I guess that would be Andre Iguodala as well. Whatever. They're 5. They're best 5. Versus Chauncey, Rip, Tayshaun, Ben Wallace, Rasheed. Classic old guys versus young guys. Rip and Rasheed have come out and said we'd for sure beat them. there are points where I think that obviously their defense, they can match up with everyone. I don't know I feel like the biggest part of this debate is what rule set they're playing under. Like if they were playing in 2004, I think obviously that helps the Pistons a lot. If they're playing in modern NBA where there's a lot more fouls, obviously that helps the Warriors a lot. But Alex, you said Warriors fast. Would you care to say like what your biggest point is for the Warriors?
A 3-pointer is worth more than a 2-pointer.
Okay.
And the Warriors have 3 of the best 3-point shooters. The Pistons, I mean, we all watched the Pistons. We were kids. But, I mean, they were not like a high-volume 3-point shooting team. They had a couple guys that could knock some triples down. But, like, it's just this is not the same game at all. And let's be completely honest. Who's guarding Steph? Chauncey wasn't, like, super strap locked down.
Rip's going to guard him. Chauncey would guard Clay. Tayshaun's guarding Kevin Durant, obviously. And I think the matchups are right there.
And then Draymond.
Rashid could guard Draymond. Ben could guard.
Draymond
it doesn't really
was
matter.
Triples.
That's okay.
So
Rashid could guard him.
Sheed was hitting threes. I just don't. I mean,
I would love to see Rashid and Draymond talking shit to each other on the court.
They would both
love
get
to see
double
that.
tees multiple times.
Yeah, but double tees, if we're playing 04 rules, that doesn't matter. Rashid can stay in. Double tees, if we're playing 2017 rules, that means Draymond's got to leave.
I just don't. I mean, the Warriors are like, that is like the best basketball team of all time. We can love the Pistons as much as we want to, but we didn't go 73-9. We're not even close.
34. Sorry, I'm looking at our 3-point shooting percentages for these guys. Not as good, obviously, as the
way different as well.
Volume is disgustingly different.
True. I don't know. I'm biased, obviously.
The greatest shooter of all time is on the other team.
If I was going to
argue nothing on our team,
I'm picking the Warriors as well.
Don't be dumb, Grant. Don't be biased.
It's probably the right pick. My defense would be I love our defensive matchups. I do think like if you built someone in a lab to heckle Kevin Durant, it would be someone built like Tayshaun Prince, where he's quick laterally, but also incredibly long. He's a one guy
NBA, all NBA.
With like the length in his arms could actually affect Kevin Durant. I also think it's underrated. Like the offense that the Pistons would run with all the screens and Rip running them off, that would be very tiresome for Clay to have to chase him around. Like Clay's good at defense too.
Clay was like very good at defense as well.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot different than today's NBA where there's not as many of those like mid-range. Like Rip would just run in a circle with screens being set for like 20 seconds on the shot clock and catch it eventually open. They don't really do that in today's NBA. There's a lot of 3-point action and like stand and ISO ball.
But like the best thing about the Pistons was like their grit, toughness, and their defense. And in a time where like teams went down low, and then obviously Ben Wallace would just never allow anyone to score. The Warriors wouldn't even care to do that. They wouldn't even go down low. They would make Ben Wallace a net nothing. He would just be there. He wouldn't have his normal like defensive presence at all. And it's not like he was some offensive like great. I mean, he was good at dunking. It's not like he was posting up on the block and hitting Olajuwon dream shakes or something. That's not who Ben Wallace was. He just becomes nothing, and he was like one of our best players.
I think the intangibles though would be really good for us because I think like Draymond gave them a chippiness edge that was kind of rare in 2017, but I think like the combination of Ben Wallace and Rashid, they wouldn't take any shit. And honestly, they'd probably flip the physicality onto the Warriors, the two of them, because like you got Zaza Pachulia or Iguodala. Like we dominate the boards, so any misses we're getting, we'd probably get some offensive rebounds. Like I do think there's a part of it where we could muck up a game even with this shooting team that if it was a 7-game series, I would expect the Pistons to win at least 2 games. At least 2 games. Maybe Warriors in 6.
I think it's probably Warriors in like 5. Like
I wish we could see it.
A lot of decently close games, but I just like the firepower on their team is just more than anything you've ever seen. We just could not keep up with the scoring.
But I don't know. What if we played great
When
defense
you
and it
take
was hard for them?
Pachulia off the court and put on Andre Iguodala and Draymond in that like small lineup they're running around, Rasheed Wallace can't guard anyone.
Yeah. I guess the counterpoint to this all would be that someone could just say the Pistons couldn't even beat LeBron and the rejects on the Cavs towards the end there. So why would they be able to beat
Spurs the next year as well?
Yeah, those Spurs teams were really good though too.
Yeah, 3 Hall of Famers on their team.
Like historically good, really good teams. Yeah,
the team we beat in the finals was a washed Lakers team.
Yeah, but the whole national media thought they were gonna wreck our crap.
They had like 2 guys on their team that were like in year 23 in the league.
They had Alonzo Mourning and Gary Payton and Kobe and Shaq.
I think it was Karl Malone.
Karl Malone.
Not Alonzo Mourning.
Oh, Karl Malone.
He was pretty good still, I think, at that time.
I think he was on the Heat team in 2006.
That won the finals.
Yes.
Beat us in the Eastern Conference Finals.
04 rules, we did have a chance.
A chance. We would not win this. We would not win a series against them. We have a chance to win one game.
I'll give that Pistons team a chance against any team. Historically.
In a one-off game, I think they'd have a chance against anyone, yeah.
They were so good at defense that they made the NBA change the rules.
Stretch, but I mean, they only won one title.
True.
They should have won more if they were that good.
Should have won another.
They did, 6 or 7 Eastern Conference Finals in a row?
They had it, but fucking Big Shot Bob.
They kept losing.
Big Shot Bob hit a big shot.
They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals like 4 out of 6 times in a row.
It's hard to do, to win that many.
Well, the Warriors won 4 titles.
Well.
Valid points, Alex.
Whatever, Alex.
I mean, I just got to be honest with yourself, Grant.
Someone make it happen. Someone put it in a time machine.
The best part about sports debates is we'll never know the answer.
Yeah, but they can't say what Rip did. The guaranteed. You put a guaranteed on something that kind of carries a little bit more weight around, than just a guarantee. So you got that going for us too.
Rip's little like free throw jumpers would not equal Clay's corner triples. They don't add up.
But you're not getting in your head like, what if Clay doesn't get those? What if Clay's so uncomfortable because he's being hounded all game long?
Where is he running 5 out?
His jersey grabbed, like they're holding you through screens and they're not calling it.
I don't know if you remember watching the 2017 Warriors. It was unlike anything I've ever seen offensively for basketball. The Pistons defense was,
and the Pistons are unlike anything we've seen defensively.
The offense of the Warriors was like must-watch television. Could not believe what I was watching. Evan,
what do they say wins championships?
Defense always travels.
The offense and defensive line. That's what wins. The trenches.
Hey, Alex, speaking of football, hey, how are you? One of our favorite sports, college football. Look at that tab switch right there. Now, if you're watching, we have the college football playoff pulled up 2024, 2025. So this is this year, right? This is this year.
Yeah.
This is happening this year.
Yeah. Who's gonna call the games on TNT? That's what I want to know.
Beth Mowens. TNT. Paul Bizinet.
Who are they?
TNT?
Charles Barkley.
TNT. Oh my god! They're gonna be on the commercials and they're gonna be on the pregame shows, and I'm gonna lose my shit.
Well, dude, everyone loves them, Evan.
No, I can't wait for them to get off my TV and never come back during March Madness.
Just March Madness.
Maybe it'd be
on TV for March Madness.
Oh, what's his name? Ken Harlan.
Kevin Harlan.
Sure.
Well, whoever they do though, they have to hire someone because they don't have any football people.
Correct.
That's going to be
Harlan would be the closest because Harlan does the Packers and then he does NBA, but
they
does
could just
NFL.
do what March Madness does, and they just take announcers from all sorts of broadcasts.
Can they rent Gus Johnson?
Like Robbie Hummel did March Madness game.
Well, they might be able to rent like from ESPN because they bought rights through ESPN to do it.
Sean McDonough.
He's a prime time, so my guess is he's going to do January 1st. Grant, is there any way you could like zoom out a little bit on it?
He's in the first round.
Yeah,
too.
I think so.
He's definitely doing
or slide over or something.
I can see it all.
I can't see it all. The need help has just gotten ginormous.
Is that better?
It does matter. I'm
I
being
can see it.
difficult.
I can see the whole thing.
I can't see it.
What part can't you see? Maybe I can help.
see it. My face is
Okay.
my fat, ugly face is in the way. Okay, there we go.
Sean McDonough is doing each one, like each.
Yeah, he's gonna do
every
one
game.
in each one in each
Oh,
pool.
Well, he's. Oh yeah, he'll be a semifinal for sure.
He'll be a semifinal.
Chris and will do.
Chris and Kirk will do the other semifinal
8 p.m. But they'll also do 8 p.m. on Saturday. I bet.
He'll do the Peach Bowl, and he'll do.
Oh, Sean's doing the 8:45 Sugar Bowl.
No, that's
Yes.
McElroy.
No,
And
Greg McElroy's with Sean now.
Bob was choosing.
Bob was
8 o'clock
the
game's like
names.
the game no one cares about. The last game's
Wrong.
the one that no one cares about. Sean McDonough always
What?
does like the New Year's 6 like day game.
No, he doesn't. He did the Sugar Bowl
You
last
don't-
year.
The very last game of the day, yes, people still care about, but the game that everyone's going to care about on that day is at 5 p.m.
Wednesday. 3 games on Wednesday.
Sure.
Holy.
But not on Saturday though. Saturday, the way the networks are, the biggest game is going to be at 8 p.m. on Saturday because they're not going to put the big game on TNT at 4. That'd be stupid.
I was talking about the quarters.
Right, I got you. I'm just thinking about that theory to all the other
First
slots.
round, so the
8 p.m.
quarter.
I don't know. 4 p.m. is like a hot slot.
I think we're going to do that for TNT though. That'd be
The
crazy.
noon
to get
Eastern
them
on
that.
on TNT that December game. That is going to be
That's the
that
shittiest
is
one.
a
Tulane G5.
lowest versus the highest seed. Yeah.
That's the blowout game.
Tulane versus Penn State
Yeah.
at Happy Valley.
Tulane lost their
Blah.
quarterback. Sorry. Won't be them.
So what, any other gripes, any excitement? I mean, it's a lot of football, so that's cool. I'm not going to shit on that. That's awesome.
I know you complained about a bunch of shit, but I think it's great.
I have 2
I am
that
going to complain
did
about the
finish
Thursday
that.
semifinal game.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. I guess like we'll have to.
Yeah.
Work.
Oh God, I just
Thursday,
realized they
January 9th.
they split those out. Yeah, that's interesting. We've never had that.
I actually
They've
didn't
always been
realize
the same
that they were
day.
on different days. That's kind of nice though.
I
You
love
know,
the
you
Friday
like
night though
football.
semifinal game. I don't like the Thursday night.
Why? I'm just curious. I'm not disagreeing.
It's the
Thursday
whole
is
like
gonna work.
work the next day thing.
It's 6:30 my time, so it won't even affect me. But for you guys,
You don't like the you don't like the Thursday. Okay.
I love
Yeah,
the Friday.
gotcha.
Friday night? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Pull your pants
I
down and
would
shake
prefer
your
the
ass.
semifinals.
Give me a Friday night
One
primetime
Friday,
game.
one
Yes.
Saturday. One Friday, one Saturday. That's what it should have been. But it's because the NFL is on Saturday.
Yeah,
Playoffs.
correct.
Yeah. I get the reasoning
But
why I
they
would
could have. You didn't have to have the playoff game prime time on that Saturday. You could have sandwiched the college football playoff game in between.
No, because that's wild card weekend. They're playing
Oh.
all day long. It's like 3
this
games
this
in
is wild card
There's
weekend?
always one playoff game that nobody watches in the NFL.
That is wild. Semifinals is wild card weekend. Oh yeah, and then the national championship is the divisional round week. Or the
Yep.
weekend, like
Wild card
divisional
is-
the weekend before that.
Yeah, I've heard Josh Pate. This was his idea. I think it'd be genius to help grow like fan bases across both sports. But like what Evan was saying is like, why not work with the NFL? They have interest in you. You have interest in them. Help each other out. Like
Without
stagger it.
college,
So
there
like
is no NFL.
like a semifinal
versa.
game or NFL game leads into the other, vice versa on that Saturday. Like take an audience on a network. Like ESPN has a wild card game. Why not have like Raiders versus Raiders won't make the playoffs, but have like that Houston Texans versus whatever game.
They're good.
Yeah, there'll be like a Saturday. I'm just thinking of historical teams. Bengals versus Texans Saturday morning or Saturday at noon, Saturday at 2, whatever, lead into the semifinal game. So it's like going from NFL to college.
To be honest,
That would be fun.
And this is like in an Evan sense, like how he has to like eat breakfast before lunch, before dinner, like all in specific order. I don't want to mix the NFL and college football in the same day. That's
Too different?
I would love it.
That. It's a no for me. They got to be.
I don't think you know until you try it out. I think you got to see.
Especially
never had
now
it.
because
Never tried it.
especially because the Lions are going to be in the playoffs, and I don't need to be
Jinx.
distracted. I want the full build up. They're gonna be in the playoffs. Don't you worry. Like if I'm like watching a college football game and getting into it, and then like I know the Lions are starting 4 minutes later, and this college football game goes into overtime, and then I got to change the channel over, and I'm just getting all stressed out. I can't have it.
But you're not going to watch the NFL game
quad
as
box.
invested as you're going to watch a playoff semifinal game.
I'm going
There's
to
some
watch
duds
the Lions
in the
playoff
NFL. There's
game
some-
way more invested than I am going to be watching.
I'm not talking
We're
about
not
the
on
Lions
wild
playoff
card
game,
weekend.
Alex.
We're the 1 seed.
Yes,
No.
come on, get over it. And plus, everybody wants to watch the Lions, so we're in prime time. You're watching the
Yep.
dud. NFL does it for a reason. They schedule their games for a reason. The dud NFL wildcard game that nobody really cares about is usually the first game. You can put that on before the playoff semifinal.
Easily.
ESPN always gets one of the shittier playoff games anyways.
I don't mind the Thursday game because that means we just get football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
To be the NFC South
It's
winner
true.
again
That's a
versus
good point, Alex.
some person.
4
the
days
Cowboys.
of football, and it's all high stakes football. Sounds pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's hard to
That
argue
is
about
the- That's why it's hard to nitpick 'cause more football better. The only nitpicks I actually had that I sent in the group where it just goes what we were talking about. I love college football on Saturdays. Please, like, I get the
Get
holidays.
that for the
so-
quarterfinal.
Yep. So that's good. Also, I don't know when it's ever going to change, but like the national
Those are
championship
home
being
games,
on.
right? Those are so-
Yes.
Yes.
It's
those are
on
gonna be so cool.
college campuses.
Those are going to be
Yes. Imagine Friday 8 p.m. You're a college student after class. You're just getting blitzed. On
You
your
don't go to
campus on
class.
December 20th.
If you have a
Much
playoff
better
game
on
on a
Saturday
Friday
game.
night, you don't go to class.
Oh, you're on Christmas break. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Christmas break crowds. They'll still be full, but
Oh,
interesting
absolutely.
to think about.
You just don't go home for Christmas break until after.
No kids leaving if their team's in the playoff.
The
We'll see.
bookworms will.
They didn't go to the games anyways.
But anyways, my initial point, the national championship being on a late Monday night is so stupid for college football. And I don't know if they'll ever fix it, but it'd be cool if they just got off that.
Why did you
sooner
think that
than
was
later.
going to change?
I don't. I just need it. I want it to change. I'm trying to talk about how stupid
You
it
want
is.
it to be a Saturday?
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be so sick.
They must
I would
be
love it.
worried
Saturday
about
night.
a
Saturday
school
night, too.
burning down on a Saturday night.
Saturday night, just big night, like a UFC fight. You're with the boys. You're ready. They could have it at 9 p.m. on Saturday for all I give a shit. Do it as
Yes.
late as you want on Saturday. Let's just
10,
go into the
15
night.
ESPN After Dark. Do it.
Crown a champ. Don't start it at 9 p.m. on Monday when I have work the next day and
Hey,
gotta
this
like
one's at
wake up and
6:30.
for now. I don't believe it till I see it.
Well, what day is that?
Uh,
What day is the championship game? I can't see it.
2 days before
It's
your
MLK Day too, so no one has work that day at least, but you have work the next day.
Oh,
But that means you get a full day of build-up. that
Martin
you
Luther King's
desire.
so it's January 14th, 15th is the national championship
20th.
game.
Well, maybe I'm wrong then. 20th.
Oh, that's why, because I'm looking at 2024 January. Stupid idiot. 20th.
Oh wait, no, it is. Oh yeah, 2025.
And
Sorry.
a president gets announced that day. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a lot.
Donnie Trump gets back in office that day and gets crowned national champion. Well, good
He's
for
gonna be
him.
at the game doing the coin toss.
Alabama and Georgia. That's when they're going to crown the champion.
Well,
Oh
dude,
my
Nick
God.
Saban retired.
Okay, Texas and Georgia.
No, we don't like Texas.
Whoa, Texas got to play Michigan this year. That's an auto
Yep,
loss.
Texas already won that game.
My other
we
gripe
can promise
is a-
Michigan's not going to be in the national championship game.
Michigan State will
You
not
would
be in the
hope.
national championship. Oh, it's supposed to be Ohio State.
be a real
yeah,
shame if
we
they
forgot about that.
be a
team.
real shame for this show if Michigan went to another national title. That'd be a real shame.
Well, they're not going to, Grant. So just relax. I promise.
How bad? Like
You can come back to
if
this
you're-
clip. They will not
No.
be in the national championship game this year. They
I'm just
will
curious
not.
how- I'm just curious how much it would hurt you if they did.
It would suck. I can't
Good for the podcast. Not good for my soul.
I don't even want them to make. They're going to make the playoffs probably, but I would just hope they.
I'll get to turn off my
I don't think they're
notifications
like
for our
playoffs.
podcast again.
Dude, there's like 25 teams that make the playoffs now, Grant. Michigan's making.
There's 12, and if you lose 3 games, you're out, and they could easily
You're
lose
gonna
3
lose
games this
2.
year. Then we're in.
Ohio State,
Yeah.
Texas.
Michigan
State. They already have 3, Alex.
If they lose,
Come on.
If they lose 2, he was making sure we were listening. That could happen. I don't know. We don't know anything about Michigan.
You
If
don't know
they
anything
lose
about
us,
Michigan. You don't
then
know
they're
anything about
not-
Michigan State. You have no idea. All I
Don't
know
know
about
anything.
all I know
They're
about
not
Michigan
making
State
it.
is we're going to be better coached than last year. That's 100% facts. We have a better
And
staff.
And less horny.
And we could
And less horny. New football building.
When we go at Oregon on Friday night at 9 p.m. and lose 48-0,
It's going to be 48. Dylan Gabriel's going to carve our asses off.
you remember this
Oh.
moment.
I don't know, Alex, I honestly have already thought about that Friday game. That Friday
It's
game
gonna be
was
really
like, well,
sad.
that Saturday morning of just like pain-free, careless, just bet whatever game you want because we don't have to sit through a Michigan State football game on that Saturday. Do whatever you want.
But if we win,
But if we win, holy
I don't know. That's the Jonathan Smith Civil War revenge game. Like he might bring his
He's
best
beat him
against Dan
before.
Lanning.
he beat them
Yeah.
before.
He knows the code.
Yeah, we're not winning that game. We'll lose by 50. We're gonna get smacked around.
It's like, oh yeah, John
the
Smith beat him before. Yeah, we're not winning that game.
Like the
They're
Washington
gonna come out
game
with
last
some
year.
Nasty new uniforms under the lights, and we're just gonna get.
Anyways, my last gripe, my only gripe left, Rose Bowl.
You're
I
such a-
wish it was my
you're
final
just
game, but
bitching
it
about everything.
has to be on January 1st. Yeah, that's what we do as fans. We poke holes in logic.
This is pretty good logic,
It-
all things considered. I think they did a decent job.
I don't care. I don't really care for it to be.
It has to be
semifinal
January
game.
1.
Like these games don't really matter.
Doesn't
Like the
bother me.
brand of it. I do just want like the Rose Bowl. Grant, no, I'm saying like somebody wins the semifinal game and they're hosting like a bowl of oranges. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so stupid.
I'm disappointed in you guys
only-
for saying that.
Grant, you only.
I
care
only
because
Grant. I'm with
Michigan
you.
won
I
the
only
semi
care about the
Rose
Rose
No.
Bowl. I only care about the Rose Bowl. And I'm
Alex,
a traditional guy.
I'll
I want
explain
it on
my thought
January
in a second.
1st. I don't want it in a semifinal game. I don't
still
want it in a
loved-
semifinal game.
You still love the Rose Bowl when it wasn't a playoff game for the last 4 years.
Yes.
Now it's a playoff game on the same day. It's just a
It's a
different
quarterfinal
round,
game.
and you don't like it, but you liked like a Ohio State and Utah Rose Bowl that meant nothing.
That was an electric game, Alex. That's a bad.
That
that's a
was
bad
one of the
pick.
best games I've ever seen.
Bad pick.
Correct.
One of the best
but,
games I've
like,
ever seen.
You got
We
to pick
still
like
sat down and
Wisconsin
watched
or
it.
somebody that nobody cared about.
It was a great game. I agree.
Their
But, like,
QB
that
goes
wasn't a
down. They
playoff
bring the
game.
backup. It was amazing.
It wasn't a
though.
playoff game, and now this is a playoff game, and you somehow think that it's. That
I'm also
it's
on
in the
Alex's
wrong
side on this
spot.
side. Bad example of the game. Good analogy.
Yeah, I was trying to get there. You said
All right, let me explain my points. There's an overarching point here that's going to have to maybe take a couple of minutes to get through because it stunned me in stopped me in my tracks with you guys with how I thought you loved college football. My first point, though, with the Rose Bowl is that since it became like a semifinal site, we already view it as like it was that at one point. I don't like that it's just stuck in the middle of this gigantic bracket where it's like, all right, it's another
it's
quarterfinal
gonna
game
have its moment
when
It's
3
still
games are
gonna be
happening
very
that day.
good.
But in fairness, Grant, the quarterfinal is now the top 4 teams get to host, and so I would assume a Big Ten team will pick the Rose Bowl if they're one of the top teams. If somebody doesn't pick that before them.
College game day will be there. It will be it will be the game of the day. It will. It's going to be the number one game
And-
on that Saturday on New Year's Day, just like every other year in the last 50 years.
And I
More.
agree that
100
it'll still
years.
have that because it's worth that. I'm saying, and I understand they have to keep it this day because it needs to be January 1st. What it really should be, which it can't because it needs to be January 1st, it should be the national title game every year. It should just be you go to Pasadena, for
Pasadena
everything.
should host
That's
a national championship game, but I don't know why it
every
doesn't.
year.
The Super Bowl should go back to Pasadena as well.
Yes, the Super Bowl and the Rose Bowl should be at Pasadena every.
I'm
the
not
championship
saying
should be
every
at
year,
that
but I
every
think it
year.
should be in
every year.
rotation.
There's a lot of nice stadiums out there, Grant. You got to give other chances to the host. And some, as you mentioned, when you went to the Rose Bowl, like host city wise, like you need bigger cities for the biggest games so that you
No.
can have more people and it won't be so such a shit show. Like you almost like missed out on like 55 things the whole time. Like, do we forget about all that?
No, it should be for the diehards that you just trek into the middle of nowhere in California to watch this football game in like the most pristine place on earth.
Well, the Super Bowl, no, because that is half a party, half a football game.
Yeah, they all can party in LA and then drive over.
My bigger point
Grant
though is
didn't
like
make
you
it
guys
seem like it was
saying
that easy. All right, Grant.
I don't know.
When Michigan State won the Cotton Bowl,
Yes.
did I get super excited when they raised that weird looking Cotton Bowl trophy? No, I was just happy they won a big time game. But like, I didn't care
Yes.
about the prestige.
Alex, Michigan State won the Peach Bowl. Never forget. I was there.
Yeah, and I didn't
Yes.
even watch the Peaches. Did they do something with Peaches? Like, I don't know.
No, it's
So
a
Rose Bowl's the only
it's a
one.
Chick-fil-A
That's what I
silver
said.
ball.
But the rest of them, I don't really care. I mean, the oranges is okay.
I
That's
honestly
crazy
can't
to
tell
me.
you
Well-
what the Sugar Bowl trophy looks like. I can't
don't
stay up
know.
that late.
I don't know what the
No,
Sugar
but I'm
Bowl's
saying
always like SEC versus USF.
Yes.
Day 12.
Someone dog shit. And
Day
then
12.
They win by 50.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. But like each of these games has their own characteristic to it. So you guys are saying the Rose Bowl's above, which I'm glad. Because at first I thought you guys were saying it doesn't matter. They're all just different games. Like whatever. It doesn't matter what you get at the end. Like,
don't
it
be
definitely
dumb.
does.
Grant, I was
Everybody
saying
knows
all
the
the I
Rose
don't
Bowl's the
care
best.
that these are labeled as bowl games besides the Rose Bowl.
Yeah,
Hmm.
besides.
I kind of do because I think they each have their own distinct. Like you go to Fiesta, you're going to Arizona. It's going to be high points. It's going to be nuts. They're going to be scoring left and right. You go to Miami, your team's going to be sweating by halftime. You need IVs in your arm. Like each of them have like a little uniqueness.
Listen, Grant, I know you played in that one and the Rose Bowl like the last 2 years, so you've gotten all these experiences. But a lot of teams have never even played in any of these, so they don't really care. They don't know what it's like.
The Peach Bowl and the Sugar Bowl are Southern. They play in Louisiana for the Sugar, so it's always dark in there. Like you just associate
Sucks.
when your team
Sugar
goes to
sucks.
that. The worst is the Cotton. The Cotton Bowl is the worst one.
Well, in
Because I
fairness,
just think
over the last like
Jerry
4
World's
years, they've had the
It's a
Cotton
Great
Bowl
state of Texas.
kick off at like noon, and so
It's
it's like
always the
11
first
o'clock.
game.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock local, which is idiotic.
Yeah.
And it's also bad teams typically.
The matchups recently have not been very good. I don't even know who played in the Cotton Bowl last year.
Tulane USC 2 years ago.
Who played in it last
Dude,
year?
they should play
Do you have
that.
any idea? I think it was Ohio State, Missouri, wasn't it?
Didn't watch.
No,
a
it was
second
the
of that.
Cotton Bowl was
Cotton Bowl
no,
was Ohio
I
State,
thought the Cotton
Missouri.
Bowl was
Missouri won.
was it?
No, that was the Sugar.
No, Sugar Bowl was
Ole
the
Miss?
playoff game. Sugar Bowl was
Ole
Texas.
Miss Penn
and-
State.
Ole Miss,
Was
Penn
that the Peach
State, and
Bowl?
the Cotton.
That was the Peach Bowl.
Gross. Didn't watch that.
It was
game.
Ohio State, Missouri, hands down.
And that
Final
game was
answer.
sick.
Dude, it didn't help that like now all these games will have a lot more meaning, and I will care. But like the last 3 years, everyone good players sitting out, so it's like I don't even.
True.
Yeah.
Ohio
These
State
bowl-
didn't have
having these
anybody
bowl games
playing.
in the playoff spots will
now
help that, but
it'll-
I don't care
we'll
what
be back to.
I don't care what the
Exciting.
advertisement is on the game. I don't care what
As a
trophy they hold up because a lot of them
as a
don't
kid,
care. The top 4 seeds do
Fiesta
not
was
care
cool.
if they have a Sugar Bowl trophy. They want the national championship in 2 weeks after that.
That's also a good point. These games, outside of the Rose Bowl, like irrelevant if you win because their goal is to just win the big one.
Having that like Peach Bowl championship trophy or a quarterfinal win will matter for some programs, not all of the programs.
Yeah, not.
If a team upsets in the first round and makes it to the Peach Bowl and miraculously wins, then they'll blast it all over their freaking football stadium and everywhere you go.
I can tell you, if Michigan next year wins in the first round and wins the Fiesta Bowl, they don't about the Fiesta Bowl.
Will there be a celebration? Absolutely, but they won't.
Great, you won't care about the Fiesta Bowl if you get to the semifinal and get by someone. You just be upset.
I think you put up a banner though, like you say Fiesta Bowl champs 2025, 2024. I think you do that.
I think it would say
It goes in your
Fiesta
facility.
Bowl.
Quarterfinal.
Yes.
What does
And
it
it's
say?
quarterfinal.
Does it say quarterfinal win? Does it say semifinal appearance? Final four? We're raising Final Four banners now.
Maybe.
You might. We might be.
Didn't
So-
we put up college football playoff appearance banner or something?
Yes, we did.
So I guess Final Fours in college football is going forward.
For the big schools, you do not put up the first round. You put up if you
the
win a
first
bowl game,
round is
though.
a joke. That doesn't count. You can't put
To
up.
Well, no,
host it
G5
on campus. Oh my gosh.
G5 would put a banner up for the first round.
We should
You would.
host a
That would
podcast
make
How many
live from
teams
the
are in
campus
this
that
playoff?
week.
12.
12.
Top
Right.
4 to get a bye, so
12.
there's 4 games. There's your 4 games in the first round.
So the first round games are going to be like
It's 4 versus
mid 4 versus
5-12,
5-12.
5-12.
6-11,
So like
7-10,
some
8-9.
like teams that are like not that great.
Are they reseeding
Correct.
after the rounds or no?
No, it's one of my biggest gripes. Is that
I would have more gripe about that.
They should not. They
Yes,
should
it's gonna.
They're not.
I'm just telling you, it's gonna make people very mad. And I said that when it came out. That I was one of the first people that I heard say that this is stupid. So that means
So it's 5
the 4 plays the
12.
1, or the 5 plays the 1. The 5 plays the 1 if they win. Stupid. It's really dumb.
No.
They did not think that
No,
through.
5 plays the 4.
No.
1 plays the 8.
One will play the
No.
9.
No.
9.
No, I'm telling you.
5, 12.
No.
Winner is the 5.
Yes,
6,
because
11. Winner's the 6. So it's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Winner 1 plays 8. 2 plays 7.
Yeah, it's 8, 9. 8, 9. 3 plays 6.
Dude,
It has to add up to 9. Has to add up
I
to
think
9.
the 1 plays
that's
the
how
5.
a bracket works.
They're not
That's
that
how
stupid.
bracket.
They're not playing the 5.
Though
You could not
they
be
are.
wrong. That can't be right. I need you to pull it
No,
up.
I'm telling you.
So
I'm telling you.
3 gets to play the 9. So
It
who
would
the
make
hell's
no
playing the
sense
7
that
and 10?
The best team out of the first round would get to play the 1. Why the 1 would be getting screwed? The 1 gets the
Correct.
The 1 gets the winner of
8, 9. You have to assume the highest seed is winning.
Yes. 1 gets the winner of 8, 9.
It's tough.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
So the next round, you have to do the lowest seed has to be playing the highest seed. So 8, technically.
Fine. Yes.
You're wrong.
Sorry, I got twisted.
It's just
I
like
was wrong
March
about that.
Madness.
I'm probably with you, Grant, that they don't reseed, but they already have the bracket
They
set.
don't.
But 8 versus 9 is playing the 1. It's not like if there's a
1-8.
12 upset, 12's not going to go play the 1 seed
It's like-
automatically.
it's like March Madness. 1 versus
I got
8 or
twisted.
9, 2
I
versus
was-
7 or 10, 3
Yes.
versus 6 or 11.
Yeah, I was thinking of the worst case. So like the 4 could get to play the 12, which they would not deserve to. The 1 should get to play the 12. But like last year, so if Liberty beat Florida State, Liberty would play the 4 seed. They would not play the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Because they don't reseed. That is confirmed.
Which
that
college
is not
football is
reseed.
just like idiotic about that. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't reseed because the NFL has been doing reseeding for years. The lowest
It's
seed.
so
up.
easy too.
It
doesn't,
is.
It doesn't change logistics at all. It's just like worst team plays the best team. It's like simple. It's math.
The
You
NBA
can do.
reseeds, right?
No,
No.
they're straight.
I
They're straight.
thought they started doing.
They're straight
reseeds.
bracket.
No. They're straight bracket.
MLB reseed.
Straight
No.
bracket.
NHL
All
used
right.
to.
So no leagues do besides the NFL. So it's not that.
And that's why they're the best.
That's why it's
The GOAT.
some of the best.
They also have a lot of dumb things they do too, like add a 17th game and do a bunch
About to
of
add an
other dumb shit.
18th game, so get
Yeah,
ready
but
for
that's
it.
not like it's
Thursday
not
night
like
football
inexcusable.
games.
It's still
Thursday night football
more
games.
football.
Did you? Okay,
Those
I
are
don't
awesome.
think it's on the show.
Those are
Doc, but
awesome.
Have you seen
For us.
the news reports coming out of the Brazil game?
No.
I saw a report
The-
that there's rumors out there that the NFL has advised each team that they can't wear green. Okay, because it's related to the Brazil's gang. They can't wear
Brazil's
green.
a terrible place.
They have to stay in the hotels. Okay, they're not allowed to go outside their hotels besides practice and team activities. And they get transported with armored vehicles.
Yeah, Brazil is a very bad place. Like they had the World Cup and they had all those stadiums. They're now all abandoned. They're like,
And,
it's
like,
very, very.
How
very
does the
bad
NFL
place.
care about player safety on the field,
And
but they
ship
just
them
don't
off to
give a
Brazil.
shit about like off the field? Like if I'm a player, I'm more worried off the field than on the field. Because the likelihood of you dying on the field is pretty slim to 0, and lucky you go off the field is 100%.
Well, you will die at some point. Yes.
Correct, off the field. That's my point. Like you're putting me in a
It's
dangerous,
very dark, but yes, I got it.
violent situation down in Brazil. Just stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have the laser pointers in Mexico again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there'll
Put
be
in
some
Tom
crazy
Brady's eyes.
stuff.
Just a
Growing
bunch
the
of
game, baby.
vuvuzelas just nonstop during the game.
I'm glad the Lions have avoided all the international games the last 3 years, 2 years.
Yeah, they suck. They suck.
Dude, they
Let's
do. When your team
let's go to
plays at 10
Germany.
a.m., it's ass.
They're so forgettable. You never remember an international game.
I will never forget Golden Tate running down the sideline against the Falcons in the London game.
I didn't even know. I only saw the second half. Forgot they were playing that day. And that time.
The Lions have played in London. I did
Yeah,
not even know
Multiple
that.
times.
Twice.
All right.
I think Matt Pryor had a game winner over there once.
I think we did win one of them. The Jags live
Jesus.
over there, so I would hate to be drafted by the Jags. Gotta go to
Yeah, they have
London
2
for
games over there
3
every
weeks a
year.
All right. Let's quickly rank Alex said it's going to be an easy activity. We're going to rank. Let's just do. This is how I want to do it. I want us to work together for the 4 Detroit teams, and then I'll do mine for Michigan, and then you'll do your. You guys will work for Michigan State. You have to. We're going to slot the college teams in the ranking at the end, but we're going to keep them separate for now because I just want to do the 4 Detroit teams. So.
Lions, Red Wings,
We'll go
Tigers, Pistons.
Lions
Here.
plus the most.
This is dumb. I mean, this is the easiest question we've ever had. Lions, Red Wings.
Well, I just wanted to see.
Pistons are a joke. The Tigers have been a joke. The
I
Red
don't
Wings have
trust the
Stevie
Pistons
Y.
with a 10-foot pole.
The Lions are clearly pretty good.
Evan,
Grant, if somebody asked you
still-
to run the Pistons, would you question it? Would you, or it would be 100% like right away? Like, Grant, we need you to help run the Pistons. Would you be like, eh?
oh yeah,
Or would you
it's
be
so
like,
exciting. I would do it.
I think if you were an
so
experienced
fast.
GM, though, and someone asked you, you'd be like,
yeah?
Yeah. If you were in the business, sure. If I was me, yes, in a second.
If it was one of us, yeah,
I would.
sign
I would
up
take a pay cut
there.
to run the Pistons just because of how exciting it would be. Oh my god, I'd give you guys tickets to
And if
every
you
game.
did
Alex
if
would
you did
never
a
be able
good-
to use them.
If you did a good job, you'd be rich and successful, and then like you'd be going down in NBA lore. It'd be sick.
I would write
There's
in
a
my
lot of
contract
possible
that
positives.
what I would write in my contract was if I finish one game better than last year's worst season ever, I get full salary next year, and you have to keep me for another year. So much pressure in year one to just figure
I'd be
it out.
courtside every game. Be sick.
Like this is
Well,
this
Grant,
is
what if
stupid.
you do really
and people
good
are
one
gonna-
year? You overachieve. That following year, you have to get to like 56 wins.
I quit.
Oh, that'd be so
You,
nervous.
you
Right?
Take
try
my
to get a new
pension.
job. You try to get a new job, different team.
Yes. Or I say we're going to strategically tank because I love this draft class,
So Grant,
and then
you
we're going to
read
rebuild again.
the answer, the order. It's not even
Yes. I was going to say something stupid. Classic Grant thinks he's better than he could do in real life. I've always thought though, like for certain sports, mainly basketball, because there's less players. Football, that's really hard to do. Basketball, if you told me I can like choose, like I'm in charge, but I have a guy handling all the cap stuff, like I can throw him a scenario like I want this player. Could we afford him? And he does all the number crunching of like what the trade would look like. If I could just be the green light decision maker on trades of who to bring into our team, I think I could build a much better team than the Pistons have put out the last decade,
close.
which is not saying much.
Well, I'm just saying, on paper it's easy to get those players, and then your team sucks.
But no, that's what I'm saying. I think I would understand what pieces fit better than some people that do it.
Yeah, this is.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like you. It's just common sense sometimes where
couldn't
people
even name half
overthink
the
it.
players in the league.
I can't name a quarter. Of the
Oh my
players in
god,
the
I
league.
easily couldn't.
You
I could
name
name.
half of all.
I'm
NBA
not an NBA guy.
players.
Yes.
No.
Yes. If we sat
Shut
with it a
your
long
mouth.
time.
You could not
If you asked me
Name
to
like
name the
50
Pistons roster, I couldn't do
name
it.
7 players on the Mavericks
On the Mavericks,
right now.
give me a second.
Hands up.
Give me
Put
a
your
second.
Hands up. Put your hands up.
No,
You're looking.
I'm
them
gonna
up.
share. No, I'm gonna share the show docs. You're gonna look at my screen. And I'm gonna type them out.
This is so sketchy that you're taking this long to pull it up. I can't believe you would cheat too.
Ready?
Yeah.
We got Kyrie. We got Luca.
2,
We got Derek Jones.
3.
We got Derek Lively. We got PJ Washington.
Former Hornet.
We have
Probably has this on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I swear to God, I'm just sitting and looking in front of my wall in here. We have the
Now, I
other
could
big
name
guy.
7.
We have Daniel Gafford, and we have
Let's go for 9.
okay. Tim Hardaway Jr. is still there.
Nice.
He doesn't really play much
Jason
at all.
Kidd. Oh, he's a coach.
Jason Kidd's the coach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. So that's 7. I did my job.
Did you
Try to
get
go to
any
9.
further?
There's a backup guard that they have.
Luka
but-
Garza on the Mavericks.
No, it's something.
He's on the
Is it? It's not.
T-Wolves.
It's not Jeff Green, but there's a guy on their team. Green.
Hazel Green.
No, there's a backup guard that they have that gets in at the end, and he's like not very good.
His name's TJ Maxx.
No, I don't know. But I know him.
Maxi
He's
Kleber?
not- Something Reed. No, he's
Maxi
not on the
Kleber.
team anymore.
Something
Yeah,
Reed.
he is.
But it's 7.
Maxi Kleber is on the
Max-
team.
I don't see anybody.
No,
on
he's
here
not.
named Reed.
Yes, he is.
Maxi Kleber is not on the. No, he's on the.
Yes, he is.
He's on the maps, dude.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he is.
Oh, he
He's
is.
played 9 minutes today.
All right, he is.
I'm
All right,
better
I
than
lied.
You got 7 on
No.
the Celtics? That should be pretty easy.
Easily. Oh my
They got a
god.
loaded team. I could probably name their
I
whole
gotta look at this
roster.
guy's name.
I think I could name
Jaden
the Celtics'
Hardy.
whole roster.
Okay, do it right now.
Jaden
Alex.
Hardy is
Go
who I
ahead.
was thinking of.
Tatum, Brown,
Okay.
Porzingis, Derek White, Horford, Pritchard, Hauser, Tillman. He doesn't even play.
You're missing a starter still.
Who did I not? Their center?
Nope.
Oh, I said Zinga.
You can't get the whole roster. The
Horford,
whole roster is
Brown,
insane. You
Tatum.
can't not get the whole.
White.
Porzingis doesn't start.
Who's their other starter?
It was the leading scorer right now for the Celtics as the game's going on. He's got 19 points. 8 for 10 from the field.
Drew Holiday. I feel
Damn,
I
Drew
need-
Holiday's
You
so
had the game
goddamn
on
good.
right now, bro.
Evan, why did the Bucks
Yeah,
trade
he's
him?
really good. I would
Talk to
love
Giannis.
him to
He's
be a
so
Piston.
good.
Talk about a guy.
They
That's what I'm
wanted
saying. That's
points,
the-
and they thought that
That's who I would trade for.
Damian Lillard was the answer.
No, see, that's where I could come in and be like, no, guys, Drew Holiday wins games. Damian
Holiday is a
Lillard does
dog.
not.
Drew
Dog.
Holiday's a dog.
It's so easy. It's so
Great
easy.
player.
Anyways,
You know who-
any other
you know
team
who
you
I'm
want to
not
test
sure
me
about?
on?
Jason Tatum.
Jason, is he top 15?
Yeah. How about the Timberwolves? 7 players.
I mean,
Luka
I'm going to start
Garza.
with my guy, Nas Reed. Ant. Garza.
Oh, you're welcome from Evan.
Conley. We got Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden
We got-
McBuckets.
Rudy Booger. We got Cat, Sassy Cat.
That's 7.
And we have, okay.
Lakers.
Toronto Raptors, actually. Give them a tough
Ooh.
one, Alex.
Yeah.
Oh.
Christ. You basically have to get 7 on every single team to be half the league. Because what's a roster? 14?
What's the one guy that got kicked off? Porter. He got kicked off. Jonte. So we got him.
He's not on the team, dude. He's out of
Well,
the
he
league.
he was, Alex. We're counting him.
That's probably
um,
the only guy you can name.
Who's the really good guy there?
Don't
They
have
traded
any guy.
Siakam. They traded Siakam.
You're so this roster, bro.
I can only think of one other player on this team. I have one player on this team I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know.
Scotty
So-
Barnes.
He got
There's some
Scotty
former
Barnes.
Pistons on this team.
Really?
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anybody on that team.
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes. Fred
I hope someone's in their car right now, just yelling out Kawhi. DeMar DeRozan gone.
OG Anunoby
Blew it up.
gone.
Gone.
No, he's not. He's
Everyone-
there.
No, he's on
No.
the Knicks.
Oh, I totally butchered this guy's name.
Oh, Grady Dick.
Grady
He's on the
Dick is
team.
on the Raptors.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I was gonna guess Gary Trent Jr. I should have just said I would have looked like a genius. RJ Barrett.
Actually, I have to give them like
I mean-
tough teams, not easy teams.
One more.
No.
7 on the Magic.
People hate. Oh my god, I got that. Franz, Mo,
It's half of the Michigan, bro,
Uh,
Alex.
That's a bad one for Wizards.
Houston,
Wizards.
Jet.
How is Jet Howard
Wait.
on the roster?
You
Jalen
need
Suggs,
4
He's
Michigan
sick.
players.
Jonathan
That's
Isaac,
what's
Joe
starting.
Ingles. Watch Joe Ingles ball out against the Pistons. It was embarrassing.
Wizards.
Paulo, Cole Anthony, Wendell Carter.
Fultz.
Poole and Kuzma. Anybody else on the Wizards that we know?
I remember Thomas Bryant used to play for them.
He's on the Lakers.
Don't know if he does anymore.
Oh, there's a lot of names I don't know.
He might be.
Oh,
on
there's a
the
guy.
team.
Because he played in the Big Ten. I know him.
Is he new?
Yeah.
Gary Harris is on the Magic.
He's a free agent
Wizards
now.
have a guy named Koulibaly on their team that they drafted.
Don't see him.
Evan.
That's a bad.
His last name was Koulibaly. I was thinking his first name was Cool, last name Babali.
All right,
Sorry.
so only 4 on the Wizards, 0 on the
Johnny
Raptors.
Davis,
Oh,
Patrick
Oh,
Baldwin
He's
Jr.,
ass.
Marvin
What a-
Bagley, Denny Avija,
Oh my
Corey
what a
Kispert,
God, they're so
Tyson
bad. How are we
Jones,
how are
Jordan
we
Poole,
worse than these teams?
Landry Shamet.
That team sucks.
We're
Well,
worse than
honestly,
them. That's disgusting.
They had one more win better than us. That's why.
All right, last one. Spurs.
No.
Last one, Spurs.
All right.
This is good podcasting.
All right.
You can cut.
This is great podcast. Wemby,
That's
Nice.
it.
Keldon Johnson, the guy from Baylor that has the goofy colored hair that's like a point
I
guard.
can see him. I can't think of his name.
Oh my god,
What's his name?
I loved him. Oh, Jeremy Sochan.
Not on here.
He's on.
Shut up,
I found
Evan.
him. I found him. Couldn't find him. I found him.
That's it.
They should get DeJounte Murray
So
back.
there's 3
LaMarcus
teams you had less
Aldridge.
than 7. 3 teams you had less than 7, Grant. You're in deep
Tony
trouble.
Parker. I'll be fine.
You
Trey
would
Jones.
get out.
I only
You would get-
Devontae
Moral of
only
the
Graham.
a
story,
Trent Collins.
You're not getting 50% of it.
I'm only gonna trade for the players that are on good teams, so I don't have to worry about it.
You
Simple.
could not name 50% of the NBA.
Close.
No, probably like 38%. Which is not bad.
Okay. The last part of this, don't worry, we're gonna jump to golf after this. We'll wrap it up. We'll skip the athletic articles. But
Those are boring anyways.
so now you guys have to think for Michigan State football, Michigan State basketball, where would you slot them in amongst the Detroit teams?
I would slot the football team in above.
I would slot the
the
football team above the Tigers.
Pistons.
I would slot the.
For just this season, or like for how we feel about them going forward in the future?
Trust going forward.
Well, I would slot Michigan
Under the
State
new
football
management.
above the Tigers.
Above the Tigers. I
And
put the
would
Michigan State
team-
basketball right below the Lions.
Yes, below the Lions.
But above Steve Eiserman?
Yes,
Yes. Tom Izzo gets to the playoffs every single year.
their floor is the term.
Different playoffs, Evan. But I like saying it like that.
Their
It's a-
floor is the playoffs.
68 teams made the playoffs.
It's true though. I think it's very fair.
Interesting. I would have done probably basketball underneath Eiserman after the last few years, but that's just.
I mean, it's
dude,
you can call that
64. It's 64
hater,
teams, but
Grant.
really, it's not that many because you
You
have
are
all
a hater.
automatic
AJ
qualifiers.
Hogarth is gone. AJ Hogarth's gone.
anchor up.
We have
Anchor
a bunch of
down.
McDonald's All-Americans ready to take a leap this year. It's hired Sadie Washington. Let's get it.
Yeah. Are you guys cool with that? You feel a little weird about that?
I think coaches is different.
Is there even a rivalry anymore? We got transfers flopping. We got coaches jumping. Should we all just be friends?
Sonny
all
Washington
the
needs a
friends.
paycheck. So,
And he can coach big men, so sign me up.
is that his position?
It's also. Well, it was guards, and then I think maybe towards the end he started doing big men. But he coached Trey Burke.
And he coached Terrace Reed. Kind of sucked.
I hope he wasn't Doug McDaniel's tutor because we're screwed if that
Correct.
happens.
He actually did
He's
algebra with
coaching
him.
bigs for us, I believe. So,
Uh,
I guess. Where would
Kohler
you put
stock.
Kohler's going to turn into a 3-point expert.
Probably.
Actually, wouldn't hate it because he was open all the time last year.
So, Grant, where are you putting your teams? Michigan football, number 1, national champions.
No. My answer might surprise some Michigan fans if we're being honest. I think this is more of a, I guess,
Below the Red
referendum
Wings.
on. No. Well, I'm going to have basketball ahead of football. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Your new head coach cried after they won a football game.
Okay. That has the factor in. It's more because I feel like the athletic department and Ward affects football more than he affects basketball because there's just less, I don't know, basketball's less players. Dusty's taking a team to the Final Four. I feel like a little bit better. They're not by much, but I actually feel really good about Dusty as the head coach. Sharon's more of a question mark, but that could flip
No
easily
one.
after 1 year.
No one falls into an offseason new head coach hype or new ownership hype or new management hype more than you. No one. in the world.
You think so?
You fall for it every time we hire someone in any sport. You are the fastest one to be like, "Yep, this guy's gonna be great." Troy Weaver.
Like what?
You loved him.
No.
Yeah, his
No, I
first
did
draft
not.
night, you're like, "This guy's incredible." In Troy, I trust.
I liked Sadiq Bey, but I did not like Killian Hayes. That's just text in our chat of me saying
I'm
I
not
would have
talking
taken
about
Halliburton,
players.
so.
I'm talking about management. You just fall for it. The new Tigers guy, you were all over him, and I kept telling you no one cares about Scott Harris. You're like, "Oh, this guy's going to be incredible." Incredible.
Text from Alex. Just kidding. Troy Weaver season making moves from 2020. So you were all in on the Weaver train.
Yeah, I listened to you, and then I fall for it. You thought Mel Tucker was going to be the greatest football coach in America. So did I. Just feel like I've never heard we hire someone. I've never heard you be like, I don't know about it. It's always, I'm all in on it.
2020, I said Troy Weaver may be crazy. I think the signs were. I think that's fair to say. That absolves me from any crimes. That 2020, I was like, I don't know about this guy.
Anybody we hire, you're never skeptical. You're always giving them the benefit of the doubt, which I like. I like that you do that.
I feel like it depends. It's always case by case. It depends on who it is. Like getting Iserman back, thumbs up. Getting Alavila out and Scott Harrison, I would have liked anyone. They could have hired Kirk Gibson as our GM. I'd be like, let's roll, Kirk. Like, let's figure it out.
I don't think you like Dan Campbell when we hired him.
I was skeptical because I didn't know anything about him.
I was skeptical as well.
We all were. We were like, what did he do under Sean Payton? He just got his clipboard for him. Like, we didn't know what he did.
Well, he's an offensive mastermind genius.
Who?
Dan.
Actually, he's
dude, he probably is
pretty smart.
Masterclass at hiring great staff.
Yeah.
Besides Anthony.
I do think he's. Yeah. Shout out our first OC.
It lasted what? 6
Shout out our
weeks?
first OC. People forget. My God. It all okay. So I'd have Lions still above, Red Wings. Oh God, that's tough.
Lions, Red Wings, Michigan basketball, Michigan football,
Tigers. Yeah. Yep.
I do think the Red Wings will be in the postseason next year, so that's encouraging.
I believe too much in Steve Yzerman. That would be the biggest. I would never trust a GM ever again besides Brad Holmes, if
he
Yzerman
fails,
doesn't figure something out.
And I know we don't have much time, but Ken Holland, right to the finals. That text was for you.
Because he bought and paid his roster just like he tried to do with the Red Wings.
He's great at buying.
That's good
building.
though.
He can't.
Dave Dombrowski, love that.
Was Ken Holland's downfall was re-signing former players that he just felt like he was obligated to be a Red Wing and gave way too much money to him. And he just kept on trying to turn the leaf over, just try to make the playoffs instead of overspending, letting past players go and get new players to make a farther run in the playoffs. His biggest thing was just trying to make the playoffs. That was it.
I don't hate that philosophy.
Just to make the playoffs. Like, he didn't even care if we won a game in the playoffs. It was like, just get to the playoffs.
It's exciting for at least 1 week. Yeah, we're in the playoffs.
We're so stupid.
Yeah, it is. Good
Dude,
stuff.
we are never in the playoffs, Evan, so I'm sorry for wanting that. Had one team make the playoffs.
And outside
The
of Lions, I don't even remember what playoffs looks like. We've never seen it in the building that two of the teams play in. I don't even know what a playoff game in LCA looks like. It was built in like 20, whatever. When was it built? 2019?
I think so. 18?
Are you
19?
sure the Pistons didn't play there when they
2017. 2017.
Oh, Pistons played a playoff game in it.
Pistons did.
No.
Blake Griffin played a playoff game in it.
No.
Played 2 games in it.
No.
Oh my gosh,
Yes,
yeah, it was
I was
awesome.
a senior.
2017, yes.
2018,
No way.
19. Yeah. If it was built in
Yep,
2017, we played it
2019. Man, I'm misremembering history today
there.
on some things, but I know half the NBA, so that's fine. I always got that to fall back on.
38%.
Last topic, then we'll get out of here. Golf major coming up.
Can you pull up
Piners
the
number 2.
odds?
It's too recent. It's not
Yes,
on any of my
Mr. Gillard.
apps. How is it on? I can't find it on DraftKings. It's illegal.
I have a special password. I'm kidding.
Do you
I
set
just
the
probably
odds?
went to golf. I set
Is
the
it
Can't
odds.
find
5,000
golf even
now?
on mine. I found it. U.S. Open.
Can you guys see the full? You guys can see the full thing with the names and everything.
I cannot see the names.
Through Justin Thomas. Evan, what are you doing on your?
But can you see like?
I can't see
Now
names.
can you see it?
No, I just see the odds. Just still see
see it now?
only the odds. Don't worry about it. I'm looking at it, the same thing.
All right,
What is our long shot?
6,000 is our cutoff right now. We can debate that if we want.
All right,
Huh?
I got to do. Oh, that's better, Grant.
I'm adjusting. Let's do 6,500 because those names, some names moving to 6,000 that I think are actually decent shots.
Oh,
65. All right.
Or- All right, favorite and long shot. We should comment though that Scotty being plus 300 right now is insane, but like, it's still he makes you want to bet that because he's so good.
Yeah.
Rory being a plus 1,000 is a joke.
Grant, you go first.
I might take Rory miscut. Let me look into that.
Dude.
Okay. Grant. Evan, I don't know if you heard. You may have had your well, no, I think you did. I remember you having your headset off, but when I was talking about LIV Golf, I was coming up with a theory here that we're going to fade LIV Golf because the Houston Golf Club was not getting them ready like the Memorial was because the scores were pretty tough out there this weekend. So I think LIV is not prepared for a U.S. Open style course.
oh, it's my guy. Where's my guy?
Also, John Rahm.
Oh,
that-
3,500. What a freaking
broke his back.
favorite.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Evan, he's top 10 in the world.
Alex,
He's not a long shot.
name a major that he's won. That's what
He's
I
never
thought.
won a tournament in the
Exactly.
United
So
States,
shut your mouth.
but he's not a long shot.
So, a little hat tip from what I've heard from this course. Approach play is going to be the biggest thing, and putting.
I already have my number one.
I don't think it's the longest course. There's not a lot of trouble. It's just can you put the ball close and can you putt it on these crazy greens apparently. So with that being said, I don't know a ton of stats about this, and I want to have a better pick that I'm confident about. He's kind of high up.
Who cares? Just pick him.
I'm going to take Morikawa because I know he's going to be in the mix because he's been playing so well and he was in so many tournaments. So I'm going to take him.
You took
He's my
Morikawa?
favorite.
Evan's turn. We were all going to take.
All right.
Morikawa's
I feel like I
number one in
should
the
now.
PGA in driving accuracy.
Oh. But it doesn't even really matter that much on this course from what I've heard.
They don't have thick
any
rough.
U.S. Open, you got to be
No
in the
thick
fairway.
rough?
No. There's no rough at this. There's no rough. It's North Carolina sand.
Hmm?
If you look, I'll try to find a picture of the
All
course.
right,
It's
fine.
really
Tommy Fleetwood, my favorite. That's who I'm picking.
twist my arm.
Well, I'll take the guy that's the best at iron accuracy.
It's Tommy Fleetwood's third in driving accuracy.
Iron accuracy is what we're looking for. Who's number one in that? Evan, can you tell me? Do you have that up?
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, can you just do putting and approach to the green? Is what we need. I'm gonna change my pick. I don't want
No,
any
you
more
can't.
Kawa.
You can't. You
No.
chose. Don't cheat. Don't.
This is an idea. Like this, we're talking about a flat golf course with like sand
Evan, give me number one in
and pine straw.
Approach, shots. I think shots gained.
Yeah.
Number one, Scotty Scheffler. Strokes gained.
No, number
Scotty
two.
Scheffler. Greens in regulation, Scotty Scheffler. Greens in fringe in regulation, Scotty Scheffler.
I'll take
Greens in right percentage, 200 plus yards, Daniel Berger.
Scotty Scheffler.
It's just
I mean, if we're just trying to get it correct, I will take just the best golfer in the world.
Smart.
off the tee.
I'm changing my pick.
Tee to green, Scotty Scheffler.
As expected, he's the best at almost everything.
Evan, there we go.
Putting.
Who you?
Taylor Montgomery, take him.
I'm looking at
Strokes gained.
approach the
Total
green.
putting.
Strokes gained.
Peter Malnati.
is.
I got the top 10 list for strokes gained on approach. If anyone wants to use this for their betting,
Scheffler. One.
Scotty,
Xander.
Corey Connors, Tom Hoagie, Tony Finau, Justin Thomas, Xander. Oh my God, maybe the answer is Justin Thomas, Southern guy. Maybe that's the guy this weekend. I actually love that. I'm taking Justin Thomas. I flipped.
What's your pick?
Justin Thomas.
What list are you looking at?
I think there's a better chance he misses the cut than wins. That might.
I think you're wrong. But... Strokes gained approach the green him. Top 10 list for the PGA Tour.
I'd love to see him on Sunday be in the mix.
Yeah, I feel like this is right. And none of these guys have played this course ever competitively. Like Tommy Fleetwood has never played this course yet. I think he said in an interview because they haven't been here since 2014. So it's 10 years of all these new golfers we like.
Golf in 2014.
But he said he hasn't played Pinehurst. I feel like I heard him on an interview say that.
You're just talking out of your ass.
We got to be putting for dough.
Xander's one of the best iron players there is.
Yeah, Evan.
Give me the list.
Give us the putting.
Taylor Montgomery, Danny McCarthy, Aaron Badley, Billy Horschel, Alexander Bjork.
Putting's irrelevant.
Putting is not irrelevant.
Alex took Scotty. Evan, who'd you take?
I took Tommy Fleetwood.
Tommy Fleetwood. He said, "Fine, I'll do it."
He's number 3 in driving accuracy. Come on.
Tommy is a great player that just doesn't win.
So now we need a long shot.
Evan, you get Ricky, great player that never wins, and then Tommy, great player that never wins. You got a trend.
I just like getting blue balled.
I like watching. I'll go first for my long shot. Thanks. I'll take Will Zalatoris. Coming off the injury. He's been playing decent golf.
All right.
Sucks at putting, but he's a pretty good iron player. Sucks at putting, though.
That's not good.
His stroke was like Grant level putting.
All right, I'm sticking to my top 10 list for approach to the green. I'm taking Siwoo Kim at plus 9,000.
Bold.
Cut.
Sloppy. What? What'd you say?
He's gonna get cut.
Oh.
Cut. Evan, I wouldn't
Sloppy.
take Ricky Fowler after his 83 last week. 45
Give me a second.
on the back 9.
I do my deep dive research.
Sepp Straka, sneaky.
Dude, he's so good. He almost had finished top 10 again this week. I think I love that guy.
He's pretty good.
He's my guy. He's a guy I actively look for on leaderboards. I love Sepp Straka. Yeah.
Can you scroll a little bit down? He's not bad.
I'm going to take the local kid. I'm going to take my long shot as Dustin Johnson, someone that's won before, and it's going back home to North Carolina.
Sloppy.
Has not played golf this weekend. I was about to say he's not played golf well at all this year, but
he stinks. He literally
so sloppy.
Adam Hadwin, first round leader. I like that.
Ricky Fowler or plus 15,000. Got to put $1 on it.
Adam Hadwin, first round leader. The Canadian. Coming off a good week.
I gotta wait for tee times till I make those picks, honestly.
Someone in the
You can do it now where it's early. It's not even on the worst betting app of all time.
End of round 1 leader.
This betting app is just...
You kind of just scroll till you see a name that sticks out to you.
I told you, Adam Hadwin. Plus 9.
Keegan Bradley, plus 6,000 first round leader.
No shot.
Harry English.
Nikolai Holgaard.
If Paul Casey was in this, I would have already put a bet on him.
Ooh. Where's Lucas Glover?
Can you scroll all the way down to the bottom of this list?
Oh, Lucas Glover's plus 11,000 first round leader.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Yep. Stop right there, please.
Who is
Ashton McCullough, Michigan State Spartan, first round leader.
Hell yes. $1 to win 400. Let's go. Gotta bet that.
He shot like 13 under in a qualifier to get in this.
Is it Neil Shipley, the amateur from the Masters?
Yeah. Plays
I love that guy. Yeah, he's got a good look to him.
$1 to win 350. This is big dollars. Imagine.
What do I mean by that? What do I mean by he's got a good look to him?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
I mean, he's just a big hoss on the course. Look at that. I mean, that is peak
Jason
male
Tatum
performance.
Just hit a 3 to go up 10 with 10 minutes to go. Dallas is dead.
First round leader, Neil Shipley. Be sick. All right. So wait. JT, Siwoo Kim, Alex had Scotty, and
Zally man.
Evan had.
I had Tommy and
Fleetwood.
DJ.
Ugh.
That's right. DJ's return home. I love that.
My team is
Paulina.
so good. My two guys are so good.
Except one can't putt on turtleback greens.
Yeah, but his approaches are good. Just got to tap in for birdie. First round,
Tap it.
Willie Zalatoris.
All right. 2 hours, 15 minutes in the books in the off season. That's the hardest working people in showbiz. Cheers to episode 170.
Happy Father's